Ilona Verley, thank you so much for talking to iHeartRadio. My name is Myles. It's so good to finally meet you. How are you?
It's so nice to meet you as well. I am doing fabulous. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. I'm currently in my basement right now. Are you in Vancouver or whereabouts are you right
I'm currently in Calgary. I have a viewing party tonight with Priyanka. So I am at my friend's place and we're doing a little press day moment. And yeah, then it's off to the club and we're going to watch the episode.
now? Amazing. Well, your lighting is much better than mine. You look so great.
Thank
Tell
you.
me about how the journey to Drag Race started. I want to just rewind a little bit. Take me back in the years leading up to Drag Race.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm part of the generation that started doing drag watching Drag Race. So for me, it was always like my dream to be a part of the Drag Race family, get on the show, the whole story. So just, fighting for this and like really honing my craft, making sure that I was continuing to elevate my drag and like never getting comfortable with something, like always improving and finally having the opportunity to audition for Canada's Drag Race was so cool. Was so exciting. I have auditioned for season 11 and season 12 of the American show. I have dual citizenship, so I was able to kind of weasel in a little bit and do the thing. But yeah, getting prepared for Canada's Drag Race, I feel like it's just all these years of doing drag and honing my craft and really just becoming like a well-rounded queen got me ready to actually be on the show and experience it firsthand.
Because I remember you mentioned that you were a big cosplayer in the beginning, and that's kind of one of the gateways into drag for you.
Yes, yeah. So back in the day, I used to cosplay, so I had a little experience with sewing and making outfits and a little bit of hair knowledge. Obviously, with cosplay, I was mostly doing like spiky wigs and like anime hair, so I had no idea how to do beautiful like drag hair. Even now, I know how to do a poodle wig, and that's about it. My friend Awesome Bitch did this wig for me today. Nice little sculpted moment.
Looks amazing. Well, I want to talk about your lip syncing ability because there was a few times during the show that obviously you were in the bottom two of the songs, "Scars for You," "Beautiful," and "Girlfriend." How much did you have to practice doing that before you? Because you just find out on the spot that those are the songs, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, so essentially you have an idea of what's coming, and then every kind of episode they let you know like what song is the song of the week. And so you kind of have a little bit of time to prepare, kind of think about what you're gonna do if you land on the bottom. Obviously both of those songs are songs I already knew and I always listen to all the time anyways. So for me it was kind of second nature. I had the words down and obviously Girlfriend was an emotional experience for me having to lip sync against my close friend Tainomi. Did not want to do that at all. I honestly want to just beeline it off the stage and be the first ever queen to fully throw a lip sync. That was kind of my mental state at the time. And when Tainomi came out to hug me and she kind of just whispered in my ear and she's like, "If you don't do this, you're disrespecting me." And so I was really shook and I was like, okay, well, let's just do it. And she's like, let's just have fun. And that's how you can tell, like, if you're watching the lip sync, like, we're performing for each other and to each other and like living off each other's energy. We were performing for the cameras or for the judges. We were just like two friends having a good time in that moment. And I think that's what really sold the lip sync and made it so memorable.
Yeah, because I see, as you're doing it, although it is a battle and the judges want you guys to go head to head, it was more of like it's a team thing. It's like a tag team. It's like you've got to tee it up for each other and like give each other a little bit of the moment, which is great to see.
Yeah, exactly. It was very that for sure.
I want to do a quick too good, too bad round with you. I'm going to start with one of the bad questions. I have to ask, if there was one other queen in Drag Race, who would you like to have seen less of in the show? Like if someone really just wasn't on your side and someone that just you clashed with the most, who would that be?
That is evil. You are setting me up for.
I said it was too good, too bad.
Don't worry. On Reddit. This is
the good
evil.
ones will be good.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a surprising answer and say myself. I feel like I actually got a very annoying edit on the show, which is not too far off from how I am in real life. But I feel like a lot of people saw this edited version of me that they formed a lot of opinions on based on the annoyance level shown on screen. So I would say I would have loved to see a little less me in that sense. Maybe seen a little more me in a positive way. So there's my roundabout answer to
Okay, there we go. We got there. Let's see. Let's go with one good. Let's go with one good. If you had to QuaranQueen with another drag queen, and you were stuck in lockdown with another queen, who would that be and why?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say Jimbo because for the first time I got to go to her place this past week and I hosted her viewing party while she was out of town. And she has the most magical space. She has like this giant loft that she's converted into this like full funhouse experience. Like her whole place is an experience. It's like stepping into a movie. It's just so incredible over there. So I would love to spend time with her and just create. And I feel like her and I could do a lot of cool content and stuff. And yeah, I feel like me and Jimbo would make a lot out of a quarantine together.
I would love a behind the scenes spin-off of where all you girls live. I mean, at Jimbo's house, it sounds like it would be some kind of museum almost.
No, it definitely is. She actually has like a cabinet full of artifacts from Victoria's Chinatown. Like she has the coolest place I've ever been into in my life, let alone that she gets to just live there. It's like, it's so fierce. It's really fierce.
One bad. Here's the last bad question for you. And it's about a guest judge. No one in particular. I'm going to throw that to you. But who is the guest judge that you felt was a little bit harsh on you?
Oh, interesting. You know, I feel like the guest judges were all super nice. I feel like they weren't as invested in it as our main judges who are there every week seeing our growth, you know, that know us. I would say they were all really nice. I don't remember having a critique from a guest judge that made me kind of roll my eyes. So I feel like I probably can't answer that one.
Okay. And then the last good question will be, who was your favorite main judge on the show?
Definitely Stacey McKenzie. I have always idolized her since watching Top Model. I was so starstruck by her. So getting to work with her and get to know her was such an amazing experience for me personally, just because I look up to her so much. Her story, her visibility, just like who she is so incredible. And she's such a genuine, kind person. I feel like I got the closest with her and got to know her the most. So yes, I definitely love Miss Stacey.
That's awesome. And I want to talk about you as a person. You say that, you're so proud of being Indigenous. And it's not just something, I've heard you say it time and time again, it's not just something that you just brush over whenever you say it in an interview, in a piece of B-roll, or on your Instagram bio. So why is it that that's such a special thing and such a big thing about you?
Yeah, so as someone who was lucky enough to grow up with my roots and my culture, so many Indigenous kids get separated from their families and separated from, you know, their place of belonging and their place of being and where they come from. And so I was very lucky that I got to grow up connected to my media, kind of seeing this very whitewashed media that I grew up with. It made me have this really weird cultural conflict where I felt like because I was white passing, I had to present as white passing to be successful because that is all I was seeing on TV, you know? And this is a story of people that have this conversation way too many times, you know? So for me now, as someone who is proud of who I am, who has gone through that struggle with how I should present and have just accepted myself and been able to be proud of myself, it's very important for me to be able to take this opportunity on a mainstream media platform to say that I'm Indigenous. I'm proud of it. It's really, really cool, you know, and hopefully be able to inspire other people. And the messages I've been getting since being on the show have really warmed my heart and made me feel so confident in what I've been able to do just being on the show and representing for Indigenous people and showing the world that Indigenous people can make it mainstream media, being proud of who they are without having to play white passing or tone down their indigeneity.
It sounds awesome that you just saying that, and I'm sure that there's someone out there who is maybe a future drag superstar from Canada and they represent a minority, no matter where they come from or their background. I'm sure if you stepped up on a podium and you had the chance to speak to those girls, and Ilona Verley was saying these things, you know, they would definitely be heard. So it's great that you speak up and you're proud about representing Indigenous people as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely close to my heart.
Who is your pick to win Drag Race?
Well, right now we've got 5 girls left in the running. My pick would, of course, be my sissy, Scarlett Bobo. She is one of my closest friends in the entire world. And I just know she has exactly what it takes to bring home the crown for the sissies, okay? And she's so passionate about really making a change and making a difference in the world. And I feel our values and our core values really align. And she's family, so gotta keep it in the family.
And once lockdown and this whole COVID stuff is finished and we can finally get back to normal with live events and live shows and seeing the girls in the flesh again, what's next for Ilona Verley?
You know what? I have just been taking every day one step at a time, but I'm very excited to hopefully get to do tours with all the girls, be reunited with all my sisters. Like I kind of mentioned, I'm in Calgary tonight for viewing with Priyanka. She's actually in the other room right now. I put her on timeout. I was like, I have a press interview, get in the other room, quiet on set, you know the drill. But yeah, just spending more time with my sisters again and getting to travel around and, just live the Drag Race fantasy. That's what I'm hoping for as soon as the borders open again.
Amazing. Well, so good to finally speak to you and meet you and enjoy the viewing episode tonight. I'm sure you'll love watching it back and all the best. And thanks so much for speaking to iHeartRadio. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.